Hello, hello, everyone. I hope everyone's good. I'm just going to check on my phone here, make sure that we're live inside the group. Give me just a moment. Wednesday. Okay, let's see. I don't see me live in here yet. Hold on a second. Okay, let's see. Okay, now I see it. Perfect, perfect. Hi, Elena. Or Ileana, sorry. I don't know why I said Elena. Awesome. Okay, I can see you guys, so that's great. Um, I will try to keep up in the comments here, but I can't actually see all of them. And so Cindy, my business partner, if you guys don't know who she is, she's an AI strategist. She's my business partner. Love her, love her. She's in the comments here. She just said hello to everyone. So please, if you have any questions, drop them in the comments. Cindy will either get back to you or one of us will get back to you after the live, depending on what your question is. So anyways, welcome. So happy you guys are here. It's our Wednesday live. We come into our group every Wednesday to teach you about something that is related to creating clients from Facebook, right? It's either going to be the path to do it, using Facebook groups, the content, the rhythms, all these different topics we will touch on in our lives. So today's live is the weekly group routine that attracts quality members. So there's a lot of groups online. We've been talking to people that they feel that their group is just super quiet and they're not doing something right. And so we're going to really discuss what this looks like, okay? So most people think that growing a Facebook group is really about more posting and they think that about their personal profile as well. But the truth is that groups that attract the best members usually follow a really simple weekly rhythm, okay? So, and the weekly rhythm doesn't mean that we are repeating the exact same thing every single week, but it means that we are creating a theme that we go through every week. And so that weekly rhythm is what we're going to talk about. And so this is not more content, right? This is not more hustle, but it's about doing the right routine at the right time. Hi, everyone. Ileana, you said yours is dead. Yeah, okay, so this is really great. So we can fix this, right? Cindy and I can attest to this because we had a Facebook group that was completely dead as well. I had started it back in the day, didn't really know what I was doing at the time. And yeah, it was crickets in there for a long time. And it was only just back in April that Cindy and I decided to revive this group. And we are happy to say that we have over doubled our members. The engagement has gone up over 300%, right? And the community is really starting to have that active feeling inside of it, right? And that's what you are trying to do. So, one of the biggest things that Cindy and I did is that we focused on getting people engaged, getting the right system, the right rhythm, and then we focused on getting the right people into the group, right? So that is really important to understand, is that even if your group is completely dead, we can fix this. So here's what we see a lot of group owners doing. They start a group because they want community, which community is where sales are happening in 2026 online, okay? Community is where it's at. Even Russell Brunson, the guy that is famous for ads, he's even saying that community is the next route for converting clients. People want to be connected, right? So like I said, they want to create a community, but after the group turns into kind of like random posts because they don't know what to post, there's going to be low engagement. And let's just say this too, this happens in small groups. Super common. You're not doing anything wrong necessarily, okay? So if there's low engagement, but you have just a few members, that is okay. It wasn't until we got a few more members, and really got this rhythm going that our group started to take off. So remember that it's not necessarily the size of group, but that can predict a slightly lower engagement when you have a smaller group just at the beginning, because we haven't established what the community is about yet. We haven't established the routine, right? So once we establish the routine and key touch points, then it becomes easier and easier for people to engage. So often people will say, you know, I see the same 3 people commenting on these posts, right? But where is everyone else? And that is super common as well. But it is wrong to assume that your group isn't working because of this, okay? So it's wrong to assume your group isn't working because of low engagement, people aren't commenting, and you don't really have a structure. It just really means that you need to create the structure within the community. So most of the time the problem isn't the group itself, is what I'm trying to say. It's that there's no real rhythm and people don't know what to expect out of the community, right? So people thrive on patterns, right? Especially us ADHDers out there, put your hands up, right? We strive on routine. And your weekly routine really helps people understand that you're going to be showing up, right? You're going to be showing up consistently, doing the same types of things for your group. And so when they can rely on you showing up, they're going to end up showing up more as well. So just a quick check-in while we're live here. Are you currently running a Facebook group right now or thinking of starting one? So if you do have one, just drop group. And if you're thinking about starting one, comment starting. Because this live is really important, and this is the exact rhythm that you want in your group so it feels alive instead of quiet, right? We want to do these lives. We want to do call outs. We want people to comment, have a conversation, right? So these kind of things are really important. I want you to remember that the strongest communities aren't built with more posts, right? I know I've said that a few times, but I just really want to make sure that you understand that it's not necessarily more posts unless you're not posting at all. Okay, let's just put that caveat out there, because if you're not posting at all, then it definitely is about more posts. But it's really built with this rhythm that makes people feel that they belong, right? That's what we're wanting these days. We're wanting connection. We're wanting to belong. So this is really important, right? So this is exactly the routine that we use that really helps make the group feel alive, okay? So just like we're doing right now, you want to have one anchor live per week, right? You want to be teaching your people something that's related to the group that they're in, right? They came into this group for a reason, right? We want to give them value. We want them to feel like they belong in the community. And this really helps you because it helps people start recognizing you. It helps them to start trusting you. And it's showing them that you're showing up consistently so they can show up consistently, right? This is really the heartbeat of the community. It's not only the heartbeat because you start earning know, like, and trust, but it also helps you create the content that you want to do around that week, right? If we have one anchor live, then we can do all of our content that week around that teaching, right? So that's really important. The second thing that we want to do is we want to have at least one conversation post, right? One conversation post a week, usually around midweek, and that gets really people talking, okay? This is not teaching. This isn't a long form post where you're teaching them 3 steps to get clients in 5 days, right? This is not that. It's just conversation. Okay, so it could look something like this, like, what's the first thing you do when you sit down to work, right? And of course, you're going to adjust these to your niche, but I'm just giving you a couple examples here. Or do you work better under pressure or with plenty of time to spare? And then the last example I'll give you here is, what's one business expense you thought was unnecessary but turned out to be worth it, right? So you can see that these types of posts, they're super easy to answer. That is the biggest thing. Make it so they don't have to think hard about the answer. Otherwise, they're probably going to pass, okay? So we want simple questions that are rightly aligned to your niche, But really, the purpose is just to start conversation, get people talking, because that engagement really builds the belonging in the group, right? They feel like they belong. The group then actually gets put out to more people, because the more people engage, the more Facebook will put out your Facebook group and share it to different new people. And that's how you're going to attract people without even trying, okay? So that is really important. And then the third thing you want to do is you want to drop one value drop, right? So this is where you really give something useful. So it could be quick tips, it could be a framework, it could be a checklist, a small training, right? Such as this, it could be a small training, not such as. It could be a small training, and this just really reminds people why they're in the group in the first place, okay? Right? They're wanting to learn things. So now we have a live every week. We have a conversation starter, right? Where we getting people to talk about themselves, about their group, about something else, right? Their business. And again, this just is a real reminder that they're in the right place, right? That they're in the right place, because a lot of times we go into groups, we're not really sure what the group is about, and we're not really sure about like where we fit in this group, what kind of activities are acceptable. So these types of things really help your audience understand that they belong in this space, okay? Now, the next thing you want to do is you want to do like a celebration post or a win post. This could be for yourself, it could be for members, right? It could be members of the community, it could be your clients, right? We really want to celebrate any kind of progress. It could be small or big, because when they feel like they're being seen and recognized, they stay in the group longer, right? Because they're really, again, it's creating that belonging feeling. So that is super important, is celebrate your wins, celebrate their wins, right? Celebrate your community and or your clients. Stumbling over my words today. Or your clients, right? People love celebrations. They want to celebrate themselves, but really they love celebrating other people, right? So that's really great. And that's going to get more engagement as well. And then the next thing you want to do is you want to create some kind of reframe or insight. So like a belief shift, right? So what do they think, but it's actually this, right? So, and this is where people really shift the most, right? They need to hear that you don't need more posts, like I've said, right? But you need better structure, right? So this is the reframe for today, is that you really don't need to be posting every single day unless you want to, but I'm saying it's not necessary, but it's just important to have the right structure behind it, okay? So a Simply Weekly rhythm really makes your group feel like the place that they want to go, they want to be. You know, right now, I bet you most of the people that are watching this, right, you probably are part of hundreds of groups, right? And you're not necessarily going back to every single group all the time, but you will if it interests you. You know why you're there, you feel belonging, right? You're starting to learn about the people that are running the group, right? And you're just overall having that feeling of community. And that's what this structure really does, right? It attracts the quality members instead of just random lurkers. Now, don't get me wrong. We love the lurkers because not everyone wants to be super open on the platform. So that is okay too. So don't discount the lurkers. But of course, we do want some quality members that are in there engaging and getting useful information out of our group, right? We want them all to feel welcome. The next thing you really want to think about is the position of the group. This is the exact thing that we talk about inside of our community as well, but it's really about like how to build a group that actually feels like a community versus just a place where content gets dumped, right? We want to make sure that it is a structure, that we have a plan to go forth, and not every week we're like, oh, what are we doing this week, right? We want to have a monthly theme or weekly themes inside of a monthly theme, okay? We want everything to be moving to that next step, right? What is the next step for them? And so you want your content to build on that throughout the month. So you're directing them to a certain place. Like I said, we're not just dropping content, just dumping it for no reason, right? We need a direction afterwards. What is the next step? Is it a conversation, right, in the comments? Is it a conversation in the DMs? Is it inviting them to your next live event? Is it inviting them to another event that you have, maybe a challenge, a sprint, something like that, right? And then once you start doing that, you can also start promoting your paid products too, right? So these are the different things that really bring energy into the group and naturally invites others in. So I'll leave you with this. The best Facebook groups don't grow because the owner posts more, right? Again, it's not because you're posting more. They grow because the community has a rhythm and people just really want to be a part of it, right? Consistency creates community. And I know there are a lot of people out there that hate the word consistency because it's said all the time, but it's so true. But it's consistency with the right actions. Okay, consistency with the right actions. Hi, Tammy. Hi, Samantha. Thanks for being here. Yeah, it's about being consistent with the right actions. And we actually talk about this in our upcoming sprint. It starts on March 23rd, 23rd to the 27th, I believe, at 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, 12 p.m. Eastern Time, and it will be done right inside of this group, okay? But if you want to be a part of it, then let us know. Just drop Sprint in the comments and we'll send you the registration link and of course answer any questions that you have. But we're gonna spend 5 days coaching you for free, giving you actions to do. This is very action-based type of sprint, okay? It's not just sit there, participate, and not do anything. This is created to create momentum in your business. And then once you're outside of the sprint, you are going to continue the process every single day. This is what Cindy and I do every single day is what we're going to be teaching you. And it's important that you show up, you take action because you're going to be registering for a reason, right? We're registering because we want to do something different because what we're doing is not working. So the whole point is come, be engaged, do the actions, get the wins, right? And then learn how to continue that after the sprint, right? So if you want part of that, then like I said, just drop Sprint below. We will give you the link and answer any questions. But that is all for today. Thank you so much for joining me. And again, we'll be back next Wednesday with another training for you. We hope to see you there. Have a great day. Bye, guys.